What's up, everybody? And welcome to Chewed Up and Spit Out. As always, I'm just Dusty.
And I'm still Jeff.
I'm Timmy, aka the Fat Chef.
And sitting with us today, we have the very amazing returning for I think his third return, the triumphant trilogy of Kyle, sitting in an alleyway here to talk to us.
Heyo, how's it going?
That totally fits with the big city Kyle theme too.
Yeah, for sure. Like
well acquainted.
You moved out of the small town and went up to a big city, and I see you're sitting in an alley, which is, well, kind of reminiscent for me. You know, I mean, I've been in plenty of alleyways. How's like the whole like fucking big city thing going these days?
Man, it's quite the adjustment, for sure. Just going from small town Durango, and then immediately I'm working downtown Denver, big city.
Had jobs in the alley and shit.
Man, I swear to God, every single day I see at least one pile of shit on the sidewalk. So,
what is it with people in cities? How they instantly like you put enough people together, and they instantly hit that point where it's like, no, I'm just gonna shit wherever.
Man,
I mean, if you think about it, if you're a homeless dude and it's 2 a.m. and there's no bars open or nothing else, where are you going to take a dump? Where are you going to drop a deuce? That nocturnal shit mission, you know?
Yeah, well, go back in an alley, pinch it next to a dumpster or something, put up an old shower curtain, have some decency.
Sure.
Well, I
throw down some newspaper.
I don't think that should be like a bias against nocturnal people, all right? Because like there's been some times where I've eaten way too many habaneros like the night before, and I'm on my way to work and cutting through the alleys like, 9 a.m. Fine, whatever.
That's a business time shit right there. That is.
That's dangerous. That's during operating hours.
Exactly. There are people in suits walking by.
Yeah, well, if they don't want to get offended, they shouldn't look.
Exactly.
Avert your eyes, sir. Avert your eyes.
Avert your eyes.
This is happening whether you like it or not.
There's nothing you can do to change about this.
Yeah. I mean, there was in Portland. There was one we walked by, and I remember thinking it was the worst ever, as far as like bum shits. He shit halfway up the light pole. Like those fancy ass like city lights that come up and, you know, like the fucking Chronicles of Narnia shit, and just a big old deuce, but not at the base of it, halfway up it, where, you know, he had to like hold on to it and sit there like, okay, come on, we're gonna do this.
Well, I don't know, Just Dusty.
When you lose a bet, you got to do what you got to do.
There is that. There is that. But judging by physics, I would think that he started at the top of the light bowl and worked his way down. Because, you know, when you like a drop trout and like fucking spread them in spray, typically gravity goes from top to bottom.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess the thing that makes the story interesting even more is it was a very, very consistent poop. It was definitely one of those where it wasn't like someone just sprayed shit at the light fixture. It was like, nope, that's a solid coil. It's just coiled up there like a little snake halfway up the fucking light fixture.
Jesus.
I'll be damned. Maybe like plenty of fiber in his diet. I don't know. Yeah,
it had to have had some force coming out though to stick to the pole, you know, at least, you know.
Okay. Speaking of physics, force is mass plus velocity, I believe, or do I have one?
Mass times acceleration.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Acceleration, not velocity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought it was how hard you push times what you ate for dinner divided by how many beers you drank.
Well, that's poop physics.
That's poop physics for you right there.
Speaking of, I mean, since we're on the subject of poop, I didn't know this is where we were going.
Yeah, this took a really dirty turn right off the bat.
I think I'm responsible for this, but, you know, I think I think asking your friends about their stool is probably like one of the best ways to know how they're doing. Like with people, with your acquaintances, you're like, hey, how's it going? They're like, good. But with your friends, it's like, hey, how's your stool? That's a very personal and accurate question.
So I see we're not as close as I thought we were. How's your stool holding up today, bro? How are you?
Well, it is very intimate, and I believe Timmy can tell us the definitions of a grumpy.
Oh yeah. Well, when you have to go take a grumpy, you got to take a grumpy. It just is what it is. It's an easy way to excuse yourself from the restaurant setting and be like, "Yo, I got to go take a grumpy."
Exactly. I'll be back in
And
10 minutes. Less grumpy.
Yeah, and you make the grumpy face. You're like,
Oh, speaking of which, I was seeing like there's industrial manufacturers of toilets that are putting them on more of like a 5-inch degree bias downwards to where employees will not spend so much time on the toilet because it's uncomfortable.
Oh, that's
horrible.
discriminatory.
That's mean.
Yeah,
that's mean.
well, I told you my understanding of taking a shit at work, right? Like if you take a 10-minute shit every day at work, eventually you get paid, like after the whole year, 1 full week of pay for taking a dump at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 52 hours a week, 10 minutes a day,
Yeah. Unless your employer's smart and they dock that time.
Or they buy that 5-degree lower fucking.
Yeah, I got the type of people that would have the 5-degree tilt on the toilet are totally the exact same type of people that would monitor it. Like every time the bathroom door opens, it would start a timer, and they're just like, okay, mark him down for 5 minutes. We'll pull that off the end.
So if the employer does that, you go grab a stack of menus and stick it under the seat just to raise it back up and just get your business all over their menus.
Yeah, get it out a little bit.
Some on the bottom, some on the top, like warmers or cushioning, whatever.
Rip one up and lay it around the rim. Those little paper ass gaskets.
You walk out of the bathroom with like some menu hanging from your shoe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, so how are the restaurants doing out there in Durango?
Well, from my side of things, I would say we're getting ran the fuck over.
That's kind of the general consensus I've been hearing.
Okay, so it's not just me?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you and all the 10 other people that are still left in the industry.
Yeah, no shit. I mean...
So I did hear that places in Oregon are closing down again, or going into another shutdown.
Yep.
Is that something on the horizon in Colorado? I'm just not there or in the industry anymore, so...
I hope not. I think down here I feel like we're okay just because people are fucking just banging vaccine in the alleyway on the regular. Like it is the popular thing to do with all the kids right now.
There is that, and there's also the fact that Colorado is a red state versus Oregon being a blue state.
No, we're a blue state.
I was going to say Colorado, I think, is blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Well, not in the southern part. In the southern part, I believe people would like pull out guns and like threaten anyone who suggested they shut down their business again.
Especially in Baytucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of like the whole top that yogurt situation.
Oh yeah,
that fucking asshole.
Jesus.
Like that, but hopefully less racist.
Yeah, you would hope.
You could hope, yeah. I don't know why it always has to go to that place in the world, I don't want to wear my mask. Oh, yeah, but fucking, I hate Mexicans too now. Like, wait, what? Why? Where did that second part come from? Those two things are unrelated. You can't buy toilet paper.
This is why you don't loan other business owners a milk crate.
Yeah.
I don't know. That fucking guy. I mean, seriously, he went like off the board, off the rails, and like loudspeaker basically and going down the main streets with his flags in his big old fucking truck and shouting his opinions. And come on now, like ease your toes into the pond here, you know? I mean,
Well, the thing is that always gets me about that too is like, at what point has anyone doing any variation of that been normal? Like, at what point has it been like, the thing I'm going to do totally seems normal and rational. I'm going to get in my truck, wave giant banners, and yell at people out of my window. And it's not a parade. Like, that's why we have fucking parades.
well, I won't discount him entirely. I mean, we all get in a mood, okay?
Yeah, save it for the parade. Put some feathers on your truck and call it a float.
Right.
And here's Top That Yogurt with the hate speech float this year. Real crowd displeaser.
Well, he was on a roll, and somebody should not have ever loaned him his first milk box to stand on, which I think probably happened when he was 5 years old.
It was a yogurt crate.
Yeah.
It's never as big as the other kids' crate because it was a fat-free Yoplait crate. He only got about 3.5 inches off the ground.
There's where it started.
There's where it started. I need a bigger truck now.
Is that how Hitler got started? Like, for real?
Yeah. Everyone was standing on soapboxes, and he's like, we use body wash. Stand on a little container of body wash. No one will
Body wash crate.
One day I will grow a recognizable mustache and take over the world.
You will see.
You will see. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I totally agree. It's like, since when does being, abrasive and just angry, when is that ever like proven a point? Like, when, if you truly have a point to make, since when does being the loudest one to shout help?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the Braveheart movie, I would say ancient Scotland, maybe.
Okay, all right.
I can't think of a time other than fictional history.
Well, all right. History, fictional, not. I would say bands that got loud and abrasive and used a drop tuning, they created a new musical genre. I mean,
well, yeah, that's
different.
All right, you're right. It's off topic.
That's artistic,
Yeah.
That's creative.
Yeah.
So it's okay as long as it's artistic, just not when you're being just an asshole.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're being an artistic asshole,
Check out my spoken
Then it's
word
expected.
poetry.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you! I fucking hate you, you motherfucker.
Hey, First
Get ready to
Amendment.
get some
First Amendment.
He said it was poetry. It's okay.
Oh, what's that band? I think it's NWA.
Yeah.
First Amendment. Loud, angry.
We're going to bring Dusty to the kindergarten slam poetry.
Slam poetry. Yeah.
It's not where you slam
Fuck you,
kindergartners.
I hate you all.
Yeah. It's
not where
poetry.
you
It doesn't
slam
even rhyme.
kindergartners.
Yeah. He's just yelling at people. You with the hat. Stupid fucking hat. I hate your fucking hat. Get out of here with your hat. This has been slam poetry.
As long as you're not going all WWE on these fucking kindergartners, all right?
Yeah. Fucking RKO, slam poetry, motherfucker. And Dusty was never allowed back in kindergarten again.
Or next to 500 feet away from schools.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Kids these days, man. Kids these days they're pretty spry. I would go for an RKO and get that reversal stunner, and next thing you know, I'm on the ground tapping out.
With
I
the
get
felony.
pinned by the kid. The kid gets my championship belt. It's the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh shit! The kid won. Now he gets to go live my life, and I have to be a kindergartner again. Okay. You say
Fuck.
lunch is at noon and we finger paint for most of the day? Think I could.
And you get to take and you have to take a nap.
Mandatory
You have
nap,
to.
guys.
Oh, no.
I don't want to, but my hands are tied on this one, guys. It's a mandatory nap.
Hey, speaking of like those little fucking screaming monkeys, all right. I got to almost a breaking point last night on a really long double at work, you know. Basically got my shit pushed in all fucking day long. And there's one table that had 3 kids that were seated right next to the big old plate glass window that faces like the main street. And all they did was like a slam like their little like monkey paws on the fucking glass saying goodbye to everyone that walked down that sidewalk, all right? Now, this went on. I mean, this went on for like 5 minutes before.
At least they're friendly. Maybe if your host had done a better job of telling people goodbye, then
sure, we could have hired him. But quite literally, like after a long like double shift, you know, like halfway through it, and like these screaming little monkeys who look like animated gargoyles to me, slamming like their fucking monkey paws on the window, yelling goodbye to anyone who walks down the sidewalk. 5 minutes, I was over it. This went on for about.
The really disgusting thing is, I bet you most of the people in the restaurant thought it was super cute.
they're so cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, for the first 15 minutes they did. But then, like,
well, maybe.
then like servers could not like accurately hear like descriptions of what the customers were ordering because these kids were just fucking slapping their shit on the fucking windows and yelling goodbye, goodbye, like all in unison. Like there's some like sweet angel choir of some bullshit, and the parents just let this shit go on. You know,
Yeah, I hate that.
Well, it's the old trick too of like the parents were probably taking the approach of we're going to ignore them, and if we don't give them the energy, they'll eventually stop. And the kids were coming from the counter perspective of no one's paying attention to us. We must not be being loud enough.
I can see that.
Yeah. And that's where you just got to beat a kid, you know, just
Openly
lay down the lawn, just, you know.
Yeah, in front of a bunch of other kids, you know, so they learn the lesson as well.
Yeah,
you know,
gotta make
and
an
Once,
example.
they'll never act up.
Yeah. I'm not totally for that.
Well, you weren't there last
Honestly.
night.
Well, no, because it sets a better example if you beat an adult in front of all the kids. So just start wailing on the adult next to you, beat the shit out of them, then hold them up like, you see this? I did
You're
this
next.
to him. I can fucking crush all of you right now.
All right, point taken. Next time, I should just beat the shit out of the fucking parents.
Yeah, just,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, just go beat one of the adults at the table mercilessly. In a friendly
Keep this up
teaching you
and you're
something
fucking
way.
next.
Yeah.
Forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, point taken. I will roll with that.
Be like, you have the power to end this, and then just keep punching, you know, just staring at the kid.
Make sure they
Punching
know
his
it's
parent.
their fault.
Yeah.
This is what happens when your dad is bad.
See what you did?
See what happens, Larry.
See what happens?
See what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
See what happens? Yeah.
All right, I got to write this down.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I just got to make sure to have the hostess or like a server clock me off before I go to jail again. I mean, getting jailed like while on the clock, granted, it gets you overtime, but
Yeah. You know, I think
yeah.
I came up with the solution idea here too, the ultimate solution idea, right? So, and there's child labor laws and stuff, so there's got to be some workarounds here. But inside of every restaurant, you make a smaller restaurant. And all the kids have to go in that restaurant, and all the waiters are kids. And the cooks are kids just like re-microwaving
Hi,
some
welcome to
food for
Raisins.
you. Yeah, basically like the kids just go into the kids' restaurant and it's much smaller. It's only for kids. Like, there's size limitations. You know, once you hit 4'3", you're bumping your head on the ceiling. You're out.
You know, that's not a bad idea. That's actually a pretty good idea.
A combination of like Home Ec and Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that you should charge an additional $25 for every fucking little shithead child that comes into your restaurant.
That too.
If you're going to bring your annoying little shit and he's going to act a fool, well, then guess what? I'm charging you $25 for each one of them.
Absolutely.
If they're behaved and don't act a fool, well, guess what? We'll waive that fee for you, and you're welcome to bring them again.
See, I could see it. I could see, especially in the nicer the restaurant, having a kid deposit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where it's like you got to drop $25, $50 up front for the kid deposit. And if your kid's not an animal, then you get that deposit back. But if your kid's throwing shit at a waiter, then we're keeping that deposit. You guys are going home. Yeah.
Okay, you know.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Totally. Absolutely.
I'm on board with this. I think we should charge by the syllable of like a annoyance rather than like a direct deposit, you know? And so, I mean, let it be known that like if your kid like screams a syllable or cries a syllable at all.
Like an old school cell phone. You went way over your minutes on this dinner, bro. It's gonna cost you $13,000.
Imagine like the revenue you could achieve from that.
You could achieve some revenue. You could probably achieve some revenue that way.
Well, kids should be seen and not heard, you know, like that whole adage.
The deposit idea, I'm going to go ahead and say, fuck it. That should be in effect for anyone. I think adults as well should be factored into that. Like, if the staff doesn't know you, then there should be like a $25 deposit whenever you walk into any restaurant. And it's like, if you fuck this up, then you don't get your deposit back. Yeah, you will waive your deposit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I don't believe that kids should be allowed in restaurants whatsoever. You know, I mean, maybe like when these kids are 35 years old, you know, they could be allowed in, you know.
Well, it depends on what type of restaurant, honestly, I would say, because you can't
Agreed.
and honestly, sadly to say it, Jeff, your place is, if I was separating them, your place is one of those that would still have kids in it.
Oh man, I used to.
Yeah, just like the place that we were at. That's a place for sure where it's like, as stupid as it is.
Last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I was like, "Yo, no kids, please," and they just laughed at me.
Yeah.
Jerks.
But I want the ball pit to myself, motherfuckers.
I want the ball pit, and I want two pitchers of beer, and you get that big fucking rat over here. I'm gonna drink that rat under the table,
and I'm getting ready for some skee ball.
Yeah, actually, that would be an interesting idea to like rent out a Chuck E. Cheese, but for an adults party. Like, now we rented out the whole thing. No kids. It's all adults.
Have your 21st birthday there.
What are you doing for your 21st birthday? Rager at Chuck Cheese's, bro.
And after this, we're going to smash a pizza. A Peter Piper pizza.
Peter Piper pizza, bro.
Am I really the only one here who's only taken a date to Chuck E. Cheese?
What?
I've never taken a date to Chuck E. Cheese. That would have been so much smoother than anything I pulled at the Chuck E. Cheese age.
We're talking about last week, dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. I have it set up for next week. Yeah.
Like the Chuck E. Cheese I took this date to was fucking awesome. They even had like a photo booth, so I got like a photo booth picture is like nothing like more than like a PG basically, but
oh, you didn't crack 13? You didn't put a 13. You didn't at least tag a 13 onto that PG, man?
No, it was actually
it's a photo booth
or something.
Oh shit. I was talking
a little bit of underboob.
I was thinking you're talking about the age 13. I was like, yeah, you're right. I haven't had a date since then.
Oh, Jesus. It's a good thing I don't have my womp womp button, but I'll still say womp womp womp.
Yeah. Still Jeff over here.
Yeah. Oh.
Man, I used to be a server at a Denny's, and the tables with the little kids were the worst because somehow, like, I mean, it varied, from family to family, but sometimes you would just get that, the syrup and jelly coated tables, and just food everywhere, and you're just like, did you like? And then people would let their kids run around. Tax. Exactly.
It's something
absolutely.
it's something they put in the air at Denny's, though. They inject something in the air, and it's like they probably even tell the staff, like the management staff, they're like, "Listen, guys, we put some stuff in the air, so people are going to be overly anxious to slam fucking pancakes all the time, but 10% of the people are just going to turn into wild fucking animals. There will be syrup on the ceiling fans. There will be jelly in places you didn't know they could get jelly."
Dude,
I'm sitting right here, Dusty.
Yeah. And I mean, think about it. If we all think, and I guarantee, well, I guess maybe not you, Kyle, if you've worked there, but I still bet there's at least once where you've got wild at a Denny's and felt bad about it afterwards, where you're like, I fucking tore that Denny's up. I fucking wrecked that Denny's.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I could tell you about the second time I got kicked out of Denny's.
Yeah, see? He's a repeat offender over here.
Okay, so there I was. I think I was between the ages of 17 and 20, and I was in a little town called La Grande, Oregon, with a bunch of homies, and we're all artistically minded at the time or whatever. And so we try to utilize the ketchup bottle and the mustard bottle on the whole table, and like I do like little smears, like a fucking like making a portrait and all that shit, until like the waitress came over and was like, "You guys got to go right now." And my response was, "I'll pay for it. I mean, like I'll pay for like the fucking ketchup and mustard, but the shit's going on, And it's like trying to argue against this, like,
we're making art, lady.
Oh my gosh.
That was only the second time I got kicked out of Denny's.
Oh, I would hate you guys. Oh man.
Oh, me, not him. He's not involved in this one.
No, that was not me.
Oh, actually, there was a time where I think it was the last time you actually take a shot of whiskey on a Halloween that you spent maybe 30 minutes in the bathroom at Denny's.
Oh yeah, no. That was a rough one. It was like one of those where it's like my last moment of having any form of real rally was a let's go get Denny's. And then the second we walked in and they're like, it's gonna be a minute, it's like, I might actually die here tonight, guys.
Oh, no.
I needed bacon 45 minutes ago. Right now, I need to go vomit so much that people start to wonder whether or not I'm dying in there.
Yep. After 30 minutes, I did actually.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. One time, someone smeared poop all over, and this was like daylight hours, like this was middle of the day, and someone was like, "Oh my god, there's poop all over the wall in that bathroom in there," and so we made the dishwasher clean it up. We're like, "All right, buddy."
Yeah.
Well, was it at least in an artistic representation?
They made a butterfly.
No, okay, cool. It wasn't me.
Yeah. Yeah, that it's very disgusting and animalistic to shit and wipe it on the walls in the middle of the day. Almost as disgusting and animalistic as being a nighttime pooper.
Oh,
almost.
Okay.
A regular shit at night still tops that.
Okay.
Just calling out a whole sect of people here.
Feeling singled out here.
Yeah, we're gonna get just lit up in the comments by all the night poopers.
Well, okay. I will not actually, on retrospect, deny myself from that category.
No,
But-
sometimes you gotta shit at night. I'll be honest.
Yeah, fucking. Some hard drugs will do that to you. Actually, or like fucking habaneros.
Some soft
Hard drugs or
will do it.
habaneros will like fucking make you change your fucking biological rhythm real quick.
Time.
That hard
Time is
drugs are
meaningless now.
habaneros.
Yeah. You've got habanero flavored heroin. Time is meaningless now.
Damn.
That's a chip and
It's a
porcelain
horrible,
moment.
yeah, that's a horrible situation. That is, I feel like that is what would be waiting for me in hell. the combination of the not being able to do the habaneros and not being a fan of needles. That's it. I'm gonna get to hell. Satan's just gonna be some regular dude with a mustache, and he's gonna be like, "Here, habanero flavored heroin. You have to do this for the rest of eternity." No.
Tapping a syringe on a Jack Daniels bottle that's infused with habaneros. Welcome to it.
Yeah, you just boof it. Just boof it. You'll be all right. No needles.
That's
Your
the
butt.
that's the plot twist. Is the needle goes into your butt. Dun, dun, dun.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not a fan of Dusty's Hell.
Yeah, don't go there. You don't want to stop by that place.
Oh man.
I guess mine would be a dead lighter and no ashtrays to be found, but a full pack of cigarettes.
Oh man.
All right, Kyle. What would you like?
Yours would be worse than that. You'd be in the desert too, and
Alright.
you would have mixers. You would just have a cup that never runs out of
yeah,
mixers.
you'd be in a bar. You'd be in a bar with just mixers.
A bar with
no ashtrays and a full pack
yeah.
of cigarettes.
A rooftop bar, with no roof on it, so he's just getting blazed with the sun. All mixers.
Oh, we can't forget the soundtrack of the fucking Beatles.
And a catch just walking back and forth in front of you on the bar singing the fucking Beatles. Hey, Joe.
Fuck Dusty. I'll trade you hells. Like, you want to trade hells? I'll take your hell over mine any day.
Yeah.
How about you, Kyle? Like, what's your worst version of beyond like cooking and clocking out and actually dying?
What's your hell look like?
Oh man. So side note, like in 8th grade, my 8th grade teacher actually, I went to a Christian school. And so she actually made us come up with our own circles of hell.
Oh, geez. So you had practice at this.
Yeah.
That is horrible homework. What do you have to do today, Timmy? I have to figure out algebra and decide what one of my circles of hell would be. I'm thinking algebra.
No, I think like that next circle of hell would be trigonometry.
Trigonometry. Yeah.
But I'd say my personal hell is just the Beastie Boys on repeat in the background. And
in that alley that you're currently in right
yeah,
now.
in this alleyway.
Sitting here on a podcast that never ends or goes anywhere. Oh, wait.
Am I in hell right
what
now?
What you want?
Oh, no.
Man, I'll bet you the Beatles would have covered the fucking Beastie Boys if they're still around.
Yeah, I bet they would. Yeah, that'd be the worst shit ever.
Seriously.
What do you want, Poe?
Intergalactic.
Intergalactic planetary. They really got into the slide whistle. They really leaned into the slide whistle.
All right.
But okay, so flip it around. If it's the Beastie Boys covering the Beatles, it's like, I'm in a yellow submarine.
Look out for the motherfucking walrus.
Yeah.
Come together right now, motherfuckers. Rick.
God damn. Like,
wait. I made a DJ scratch. You guys couldn't hear that on your side, but the people listening can, so they're in on a joke. You're not in on Kyle and Timmy.
That's all right.
Okay, like I
That's
just
like my life.
I just want to round this out because I want to get off topic. Timmy, your version of hell. Shoot.
Oh, my own personal hell is being on the highway with a bunch of semis on the right and a car on the left that's going the same speed as all the fucking semis, but nobody in front of him. That would be my own personal hell. Like, I get so fucking pissed off about that. It's not even funny. I lose my shit.
Man, can relate.
Just never going anywhere. Just always under the speed limit.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if they were going the speed limit, but literally the same speed as the semi next to him. Like, come the fuck on, dude. Either slow down and get behind him or speed up and get in front of him. Fucking shit or get off the pot, you know?
Exactly.
That's probably a kid in the back of the car tapping on the window loud enough for you to hear it saying, bye!
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Hi!
Hi! Bye!
Or maybe it's like an asshole dad that's like okay, I know like when I drive this kid of mine, like by that fucking semi, he's gonna like pull like the arm pump maneuver and try to get like the goddamn kid to like fucking pull the horn.
Just dead-eyed horror movie children. Arm pumping at you for eternity.
No, at the semis to get the horn, you know?
Baratos.
That dad was probably waiting there for like 30 minutes on that fucking highway, Timmy. You know? And like, I'm not gonna drive this kid past another semi because he's gonna like do the arm pump maneuver and like make him like fucking honk his horn. I
always found it better to like put up a porno pic, like a porno mag on the windshield when you go past, and you always get a horn honk. They honk to them horns like a motherfucker. You know?
Whoa, all right.
Yeah. In a multi-vehicle accident.
Yeah.
I've actually heard that's a dying art or a dying tradition. Of the
multi-vehicle accidents.
Yeah, the arm pump's dying out. That's why I use the tried and true swerve.
Do they still
You
make
just
porno
swerve
mags,
your
or
car
is
at
it just
thirst,
online?
and you'll for sure get a.
Oh, you'll definitely get on. I guess that works too. Yeah,
That works too. Yeah. Just as well. You just Fast and the Furious, just back and forth underneath the middle of a semi. That'll get you all the honks.
Particularly when you don't fit underneath.
Yeah, particularly if you're in an SUV or something like that. I hear the honking, guys. Yeah, it's because your car got totaled and the horn won't stop going
now
off.
we're rolling and cartwheeling.
Because your face became one with the horn button.
Airbags are going off all left and right of me.
You died in an automobile accident, and now you're in hell, and
Now
that's
you're
all
in
you'll
hell.
hear forever.
It's just a
Is
horn.
the horn.
Yeah, will someone cut the horn? No, sorry, we can't do that. You were actually good. This is heaven. But, you know, we can't do it. The sound sticks with you from when you died. So
It's a glitch. You know?
We'll change like this horn to the key of Beatles.
yeah. You're lucky. Most people just have the sound of them shitting themselves. Lingering forever. Just
That'd be
Chink.
terrible.
There goes my fucking keys.
There goes my keys.
All right. Fuck your version of hell, Timmy. I don't want no part of it.
Yeah, no, that's.
Well, what's even worse though is now that I live in the middle of nowhere, southern Arizona, I have to drive all the fucking time. Like, it was actually really nice being in Durango and being downtown and never driving my car. Like,
Oh yeah.
because if you're
Super nice.
downtown and you work downtown, you don't even need a car. Like,
yeah,
what for? You know, I mean, to get out of the city and all that fun stuff that you can do outside of the city, but like to live, you don't even need a car.
No, I
yeah,
prefer not
it was
to.
awesome.
I actually think, Timmy, I drove your car. I believe her name was LaFonda, maybe more times than you did in like the last 2 months you owned it. Picking you up from the airport or
Probably.
whatever.
All
Yeah,
Fonda.
Yeah. All right, here's my car, Jeff.
Chris
Like,
and Lacey actually.
oh yeah, like
Chris and Lacey drove it more than I did the entire time I lived in Durango.
oh, LaFonda. The fucked up like thing was like when I first like got in that car, I started it all up and I went to like change the gear shift. It's an automatic gear shift. You know, like, I went to change it into drive and I pulled the whole fucking gear shift off, like the whole center console. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, oops.
Okay. Before I take my foot off the brake, let me like fix this little part. And then
Jeff,
she had the
smash.
Fonda was easy that day.
It just slipped right out of there. It just fell right out.
And then with actual like a consistency with my life, like the rearview mirror, like the center one that I was using to like look behind me, just fell off. I'm like, yeah, well, fuck. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
That's my
Yeah,
life.
LaFonda had some quirks, man. You had to really love her to drive her, you know?
We had a rough start.
You gotta really love her to drive her.
Well, you had to, you had to know all of the little quirks and how to like get her going.
Oh yeah,
True that.
yeah. That's it. Yeah, the fucking. I had a Suburban. We called the Beast, and I bought the Beast to take me from Portland to Austin, Texas. Instead of a fucking U-Haul, just bought an '87 Suburban, just a fucking pile of steel with an engine, and loaded it up with our shit. And Harry, who's been on the podcast, and a girl he was hanging out with at the time, and fucking just rallied across country. But that thing, yeah, it had so many quirks that it was silly. Like the gas gauge, when it was full, it would say it was at a quarter of, or no, when it was full, it would say it was slightly over full, but when it was empty, it was at half a tank. And so like you had to figure out, and it wasn't even a specific spot on half a tank. It was just like somewhere around half a tank you're out of gas, so you got to guess it. And there was an electrical issue, so you'd sometimes have to stomp 3 times with your left foot on a certain spot in the floorboard before starting it for it to start.
Damn.
Sometimes it would just die, and you'd have to get out and hit the starter to restart it towards the end. Yeah, and it would just like die in random places too. It'd be like in the middle of an intersection, like, okay, red light,
Perfect.
boom, car dies. Like, oh fuck, green light. Oh, did it get out? Get under it. Hit the stop point. What's our gas look like? 3/4 of a tank, so we should still relatively maybe have some gas.
Oh, geez. One question for you, Dusty. Did you name that Suburban other than Suburban?
The Beast. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that was the name it got from everyone before it left Portland. Because I think everyone expected me to come back with something fancy when I said I was getting a car to move. And then I don't remember, and I don't think it was you who was with me when I went to get it. But M. Chaka, yeah, our other buddy. Was with us, was with me, and we went to get it. And I actually still didn't have my license at the time because I hadn't renewed it because I was living in Portland. And I was like, what do I need a license for? I work a block away from where I live.
Don't have to drive 2,000 miles.
Safeway. Yeah, I don't have to drive 2,000 miles. So when we went to get the car, he had to drive it back, and it was a pretty overall goofy experience, but it got aptly named the Beast because it was a big hunk of metal that would just rumble.
Yeah, like that's early 80s style.
Yeah. Well, late 80s, 87. Yeah. So
hey, that's still meant to last out the Cold War.
Yeah, it was metal. It was, and I'm sure it's still going somewhere. Whoever I sold it to. Oh no, maybe they just scrapped it out for metal because that thing was probably worth more in scrap metal than you could get. They're like, do you know this thing is actually metal? It's worth like a real car in scrap metal.
Shit. Won't deny it. I do recall like you stop into in Pendleton, Oregon, to talk to our buddy Richmond.
Yeah.
You know, and he popped the hood because I said like, hey, drive it 200 miles. Have this guy like pop the hood, like see if it's like still looks like an engine or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then like like that happened. He said like, oh, it's all okay. And you, Harry, and Harry's girlfriend ended up crashing on the couch or the floors of Richmond's house.
Yeah, we stayed at his spot. That was one of our like pit stops.
And from Richmond's perspective, he said like, I'm sorry, like I was so noisy in the bedroom. I mean, I think like he just said, you guys crash over here, and he had a lady with him, and he felt like a pretty bad about like he didn't know like Harry had a girlfriend or whatever. He thought it'd be like dudes and whatever. Like they had to listen to me like making my noise all night long with this other girl. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that actually that is actually pretty fucking accurate there. As far as we all hung out for a little while, but his lady did show up. And we hung out and drunk some beers. But yeah, they were definitely making some noise in that very hollow house that we were all trying to crash on the floor of awkwardly.
He felt like kind of bad about that, so
Yeah, but it was no biggie. We were on a road trip, so it was like you kind of expect like wild shit to happen when you're on a road trip. You don't expect to like pull over to crash somewhere and be like, yeah, no, it was nice. We got a nice mellow 8 hours of sleep and everything was normal. It's like, no, we saw a guy who had a fucking snake and the snake ate a rabbit in front of us. It was a wild, fun trip. It was a wild, fun trip. And Richmond, that was the silliest mechanical advice and the best just for confidence building that I think I've ever got from someone. Is he basically said what Jeff said right there. We went out and we opened the engine. We ran the car. He's like, well, looks like an engine. Yep. Nothing looks just off about
askew
it.
Or whatever.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and then he looked at me and he's like, you made it here. I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you made it here, there's no reason you wouldn't make it all the way
there.
Like, there's no real difference. Like if it was gonna die on you, it probably would have done that the second you left Portland. Like not after a 4-hour trip and then on the next leg of the journey. Like no, I'd probably have shit the bed on you. Right. Dude.
Did you say that was in Pendleton, Oregon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've been through Pendleton.
So you stopped, or were you smart and just kept on driving through?
I think I stopped in Pendleton. It was on my way out to Alaska, and I remember coming into Pendleton. I was coming over some mountains.
Yeah, it's Cabbage Hill, the Blue Mountains. Like you went over Cabbage Hill if you're on I-84.
Yeah,
that's a big fucking hill.
And that was the most I got caught in the middle of a rainstorm, and that was the most terrifying rainstorm I've ever been in. It was a torrential downpour. But as soon as I got over the mountains and started descending, like it was fine. But there was a moment there where I wasn't sure I was going to make it. But
yes, I know that road very well.
Yeah.
Although one of the beautiful things I will say about like not only the Blue Mountains but like that Cabbage Hill, if you take the old highway, and sometimes like I've seen it to where like the barometric pressure is like pushing like the cloud cover down super low, like you can like pull off and all the clouds are down below you, so like you're on top of that Cabbage Hill and you look over like this sea of clouds.
I love that. I love the sea of clouds feeling.
Yeah, like that's one of my favorite pictures of that particular area of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was like as soon as I got out of it, I had to pull off on the side of the road just to like look at the scenery because it was like gorgeous out in that area, just like super lush and green, and it was lightly drizzling, but yeah, it was gorgeous out there.
Yep, I'll be back to visit it before too long. My goal is this year to head up there because it's been too long.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I do miss the like, and it's moist and green here, but it is so green up there in Oregon.
The fuck you lying to?
Dude.
It's not moist or green here.
It's moistish. It is greenish. There are hints of green and colors of moist. We have a river.
Colors of moist.
A river runs through it, Brad Pitt.
There's like some leaves that are starting to happen on some trees that still manage to grow here, which have some resemblance
we've got 2 of
to
them,
green.
so it makes me feel good.
Yeah, like compared to like that luscious like Northwest.
Oh yeah, it's.
I mean,
there's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's green enough for Bigfoot to live.
Totally.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe like the big BF doesn't adhere to anything else other than like tropical luscious climates. I mean, there's certain parts of Oregon
I wouldn't
like
call
probably
it tropical, but
okay,
definitely luscious.
I say tropical because like a tropical rainforest style of like annual percentage of rainfall falls there. Like there's parts of Oregon and bigger parts of
what's the fucking fancy forest word? Deciduous. I know a big word, everybody.
You're just making up syllables right now.
Look at me getting all deciduous.
Sounds dirty, actually. I mean, if you made like a deciduous comment to a girl in the bar, like, would you be banned?
Deciduous comment.
Hey, baby, I'm a forest. Want to come running me? I'm super deciduous right now. I'm just
Evergreen.
luscious with furs. I've got ironwood all over.
My foliage is annual, not perennial.
Not perennial.
God damn. If only like the amount of syllables you could use to slay a lady work.
I know. If only all that mattered in flirting was syllable count. Oh my god.
That's why birds got
Get
it
outta
easy.
here.
Yeah. Pretty sure there's no phrasing in the bird world. You just walk up and say big stuff like deciduous, psychogeometry, analytics.
Pneumona ultramicroscopic volcaniconiosis.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Jeez.
That bird's getting laid tonight.
If I had that ability, I would not be sitting here on a podcast with you guys.
Heard that,
buddy. Yeah.
What's up, girl?
True.
What's up, girl? Geometry. Trigonometry? What's up?
I mean, have any of us really tried like bringing a flashlight to a bar and just like, flashing it and waving it around like, hey, just flicking it on and off.
You're fluffing up your hoodie.
Yeah, just I'm over here. Yeah, I'm over here.
Jesus.
I've never tried it, so I can't say it won't work.
You're right. I can't discount it because it's not my spectrum of yes or no.
Look at that dude. He's made a very neat circle of leaves. I think I'm going to go talk to him.
See, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty foolproof way to get kicked out of a bar, but I don't know. I've only worked security at a bar, so get the fuck out of here, you crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
You just have to make sure to talk to them and be as normal as possible throughout your whole interaction before that. Like even ask them like, oh, hey guys, I just wanted to make sure, like, is dancing and stuff, is that allowed here? Like, is that cool? Yeah. Oh,
it's just my Norwegian mating ritual. Come on. What they do in Finland?
What's he doing? I told you, I'm attracting a mate.
It is 2021. You just got to be like, hey man, this is like part of my, traditional, culture and the way I do things. So.
Yeah, maybe like the first thing you do is you tell the bouncer guy that like, oh no, you're not my type. when he tries to pull you out.
You're not the maid I was looking to attract. Must we have a showdown now? Oh, it turned out he just whipped his dick out and helicoptered it around, and he got all the ladies. Passion Propeller has foiled me again.
Fucking Passion Propeller, really.
The Passion
Into a
Propeller.
double knot.
Open your mouth. Here comes the airplane.
And you know, so far, like I thought we were doing like a very good, like a PG version of an episode.
It's always PG till the Passion Propeller comes out.
Somehow it always manages to get to come out. You know?
Somehow the plane just comes out of the warehouse no matter what anyone's saying.
It's probably on a timer.
It's on a timer. Yeah, they have a flight to make. Don't judge the Passion Propeller. What if? And here's a what if for all the dudes out there. What if you had could have the ability to fly, right? But in order to do it, you had to swing your dick around like a propeller.
Well, at least I know.
I'd never get off the ground.
At least I know, like I'd fly upright.
It's just like the superhero that no one wants to. I caught you from the crashing plane. Can you put me down or stop what you're doing with the other hand? I can't. Well, can you stop making that noise with your mouth? Nope, not a chance.
Package deal.
Package deal. Can't do the propeller without it.
But there's my package.
There's the package.
Be like, just let me die. Just let me die.
Just let me die. Just drop
Get out of
me.
here.
Yeah.
No heroes needed.
Quick, I've got to grab someone else. Just hold on to the base of the propeller. I'm not doing that.
Hold on, this hand's getting tired. Let me switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Let me switch.
My arm's getting tired. Hold on.
Hold on.
Take this hand.
All right. Can we call like the passageway to the hell that we all imagined?
Yeah.
That's how
There
you
you
get
go,
there.
That's how you get there.
We all said no. I'm not going to help you. Like spin the propeller.
He was bitten on the dick by a radioactive prop plane. And he became the Passion Propeller.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Well, shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So back on track. Have you guys had anything like fun to eat lately?
This guy came out with the Passion Propeller.
I don't know. I've been like craving either. I'm sorry to say it, but like a fried calamari po' boys or like a fried oyster po' boys lately.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm doing calamari.
I haven't had a calamari in a minute. In a hot
Yeah, me neither.
I just despise calamari.
yes, sir.
It's
And you have
Timmy's
every
enemy.
right to.
Yeah.
Like, was it like you would not even apply to a job if you saw calamari on the menu?
Well, I say that, but I don't know. That would go away quickly, to be honest with you. But I say that for sure.
Yeah, that's my guns, and I am in no way sticking to those guns. Anyone who's hiring and listening who has calamari on the menu.
Jeez.
But yes, I definitely like to say that. But yeah, I probably would take a job with calamari, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I still don't have a job.
Well, you know,
Because
because there's still calamari in the world.
That's the ultimate caveat there at the end. Like,
Hopefully not.
I am still currently unemployed, so pretty much like whatever. Are there dudes looking for hand jobs in that alley you're in, Kyle? We'll come over there.
Yeah, I think there's a couple back here. I don't know.
My hands are relatively they've softened a lot since I haven't worked for a year. Like they used to be very rough, but now they're quite supple and soft. So I think I'd give a good hand job.
Well, how about you, Just Dusty? I mean, like, how soft are your hands got?
I've actually even the wife told me the other day. She was like, "This is the softest your hands have ever been in the history of you."
I would agree. Yeah, I concur.
Yeah, like I have no more knife calluses. Like if I were to chop like fucking 10 pounds of carrots right now, those big dick carrots, those fucking big dick carrots. Big dick boy. that would destroy me. I'd have bloody hands, I think.
Done.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, for the first time in my life, I could say in a group of 4 people, virtually, audio, whatever, I give the roughest hand job right now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, I got something today.
Oddly,
Like a
they pay
fucking tax
extra
gun.
for that in Hand Job Alley.
How much?
Yeah. They're like, is this the Sandy Handy? Because I can't feel anything anymore with all that habanero flavored heroin I've been shooting. Boom, tie-in.
Now you got me all freaked out. Like I'm worried that like some dude's gonna like pop up back here, like out of the fucking that dumpster that's right there.
just staring at you, just lazily jerking off.
Like I don't know if that's supposed to.
Prepping a needle.
Is he actually? He's cooking
Lazily
heroin in
jerking
a
off.
spoon with a habanero in it. How is he hearing us?
I think he's infusing that habanero with heroin.
Shooting heroin into a habanero and then taking the habanero.
So Timmy, what kind of food do you got out there?
I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you.
Like literally middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
We eat
one of
dirt.
these days, I'll take you guys out with me and show you what it looks like around my house. But there's a lot more people there now. When we first moved to this, when my parents moved where I'm at back in the 90s, it was on the road that we live on. There was 3 houses. Now there's like 7.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah,
For real.
Expanding.
it's literally
Crowding you.
the middle of nowhere. Yeah,
Are we
fucking
ever
assholes.
going to stop this never-ending expansion?
Yeah,
It
probably
just
not.
consumes the wilderness at such a fast rate.
Well, I'll
And then
start
the
with
nearest town to me is a military town. So other than like a handful of decent restaurants, the best place to eat is Culver's.
Oh man.
Like there's a good place to get pho there that's pretty good.
I totally thought it just glitched out.
And
You said
I don't really know what else
to
is
get
there.
fucked out there. Damn, dude.
So the high school I went to was at this military town, and because there was literally nothing to do in this town, we had the highest pregnancy rate in the state of Arizona at the high school I went to.
well,
Oh
Like
Jesus.
literally all there was to do is like get fucked up and fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soldier babies.
okay, well, like that statement says, it kind of contradicts you. You know, like there's nothing to do. Oh no, like there's a bunch of chicks to do with nothing else to do but you. You know,
In the military.
Yeah, I guess.
You got plenty to
Yeah.
do.
you got,
it's
you got
semantics.
plenty to do.
Oh, here's one for you, like all y'all. All right, check this out. I was trying to think about it. Like, I don't think I've ever once in my history had sex with somebody else while sober. Is that like something like people do, or I don't know?
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Timmy, you?
I can't say I've done that, but I mean, up until last May, I don't remember a day I was really sober. So
Yeah.
All right, so like you're leaning
That's
more
fair.
towards my side, but like both you, Kyle and Dusty, you've actually had sex sober. Like,
Yeah.
How do you do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird.
like
It's
a normal human being.
It was when I
Missionary
was
with
in
no eye contact, looking at the wall while both singing hymns.
Right. I'm not talking about somebody having sex with you. I'm talking about you having sex with someone else besides yourself.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No eye contact, look at the wall, and you both have to sing hymns.
yeah. Missionary style. Yeah.
And that's once you're married. Before you're married, it's a whole different ball game.
So your favorite book of hymns, like the Psalms?
Psalms. No, we just sing the book of Job, actually.
That'd be more appropriate.
And then he got
I lost everything
with the curse. He got the leprosy.
All right. Just had to ask,
Yeah, that's how you do it sober.
That's where you get the afternoon delight, you know.
Yeah.
You know how the leper paid the whore? Or
in pieces?
no, don't worry, he left a tip.
Oh,
I almost had it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I really said that. I told that one really badly. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to think of a bad joke to work in there, but
well, I think I had a better punchline. So
a bad joke worked badly is sometimes a good joke.
Did you happen to hear about the new restaurant that opened called Karma?
They
don't have a menu. You get what they don't have a menu. You get what you deserve.
That's my dream restaurant to run a place like that.
Yeah, I think all their
you walk in and I just look at you and I'm like, Kyle wants a cheeseburger. Yeah. Timmy wants to actually have a face.
I would suggest like
they clowns.
Sorry, one more time, Tim.
Because they taste. Do you know why cannibals don't eat clowns?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Because they taste funny.
You're like, yeah, I don't have my drums. Boom, boom, boom. Instead, I'll DJ you. That's the modern drum roll.
Let's see if I can one up that one. At your Karma restaurant, is all their protein served out of dogma?
Oh.
Damn. And I get no DJ beat.
You get no DJ beat for that one, sir. None. I will give you a sympathetic fake drum that doesn't actually hit.
No, like the keys off that you just hit. Like,
yeah,
it's not even lit up. He's like, I'm gonna hit a button here.
Yeah, I'll give you the sympathetic, like playing video games with your nephew. Like, look, you're doing great, guy.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you get like some sympathetic keyboard work here pretty quick. Not gonna plug it in. I'm just gonna pound away at some keys.
Plug in the keys. We need to fire up the Titanic song.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Who doesn't like a Titanic song, you know?
Yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah, we need to sing the Book of Job to the Titanic song.
Oh no, no one needs to hear that.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge, Kyle?
Maybe. I mean, no one needs to hear it, but I didn't say no one wants to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a market out there of people who are clamoring for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's probably already a thing somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. We'll look it up and we'll be like, fuck, we got beat to the punch and they have 2.5 million views on YouTube.
You know, like the fucked up thing that I think about it is like we have less than 100 books in the household, you know. Not much less, but 100 less. But I really don't think there's a Bible to be found anywhere, let alone like a Gideon's Bible.
No Gideon, for sure. That might be a Bible somewhere.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, current library has about 100 books, you know, but
I don't
missing
know.
that one.
Yeah, because we've got.
I can't say I've ever owned my own copy of the Bible.
I've owned several.
Yeah. You didn't have your own picture Bible, bro? You gotta have that picture Bible. Yeah.
That'd be a great one.
Yeah. I want comic book artists to take on the Bible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Just everyone shredded.
I think somebody already did that, and that's Stan Lee. They made a new Bible. You know? Seriously, if you think about it.
Got Moses all cut.
Yeah.
Ow.
I will
Zoom.
part these waters
Dang.
like my abs are parted. Yeah.
With a karate chop.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
a stick. He just
Yeah.
he just karate chop shit and helicopters his dick around. Watch me part these amazing seas.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, he did it. I didn't think physics was on our side, but I guess meat plus rotation equals parted seas. Like Isaac Newton said.
Oh man.
Okay, even though I just mentioned the fact that I read the whole fucking thing a couple times over, did Moses, was he coined for the term Hebrews? Like, did he actually, fucking coin the term Hebrews?
No, I think that was before. I think that was before him.
Speaking of Moses, do you know how Moses makes his tea in the morning? He brews it.
You brew it up,
man. You son of a bitch.
And
I feel like you're just sitting on a book of them over there.
Nobody ever waited for my answer. I was going to say, hopefully without a dick.
Yeah, hopefully.
What is hopefully translate to Hebrew?
And if it is a dick, it's circumcised.
Circumcised, god damn it.
Call me old fashioned. I like my women like I like my coffee without a dick.
Or foreskin.
No, that's just a little clip slicker.
That seems like an odd thing to have to add to that. I would be interested to see how that plays out. Try that if you wooing the girl with your waving around the light and your noises and shit, you're dancing. Then when she gets there, just ask her do you have a dick? I just need to make sure. And if she says no, then just to double make sure, be like, okay, but do you have foreskin?
You got that clip slicker?
And that because that'll make her wonder too which one was the deal breaker.
Right. Oh, that's
so if I said I had a dick, would he have only turned me down if it was circumcised or uncircumcised? Or
God, these are serious questions.
These are the tough questions.
These are the tough questions that people in America are asking. I'm just asking questions. That's all I'm doing over here.
I'm only okay with the gonzo, not the snuffleupagus. Come on.
Yeah.
And you're out to your blumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Well, we covered a poop and dicks. I thought we were supposed to talk about food or whatever.
Okay, so yeah, here's a
We talked about habanero infused heroin. That's new.
That's kind of food, I guess.
And pooping is what you do after you eat food.
Yeah.
That's what you turn food into.
That's like post food, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So eating food and mating and pooping, I guess, is the cycle of life.
The cycle of life.
So someone asked me the other day, they were like, so where has better food, Durango or Denver? And I found that to be a kind of a tricky question to answer. I feel like Durango has its standards, you got a bunch of pizzas, you have a bunch of, chicken wings and then tacos, but I mean, Denver is just a bigger place in general. And so,
there's more options, I feel like.
Yeah, you just have more options, but I feel like there are some places in Durango where the food is really, really good, and I haven't been able to find a place that compares,
Mm. More soul. You get more soul in a small town. I feel
Exactly. I'd agree.
He says soul. I say specific. You have a specific person who's trying to do like a specific idea, like making a specific dish, and they are focused on it more. Whereas maybe like in Denver, you have a broader market of like investors, I guess, to where they're able to satisfy like the cesspool. But
yeah, like you have to cover like a wide basis of things on your menu.
Yeah, appease more with lower price value.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I was like, well, things in Denver are more like lower priced, but then there's things in Durango that I would consider higher quality, but you have to kind of pay a little bit more for those.
For sure. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're 200 miles away from the nearest interstate, I mean,
right.
It takes a second to get here, and that goes for the delivery trucks and the whole supply chain and all that jazz, So you're going to pay for that gas money.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I can't really say that definitively anyways, that there's anywhere in Durango that's not like, a fast food place that is like awful. I mean, everything was, all the restaurants were decent. You wouldn't get like an awful meal, or I've never gotten an awful meal anywhere in Durango, but I haven't been to every restaurant either. So.
Oh, dude, there was this one place I'm disgusted every time I eat there.
The bathroom at Denny's?
Yeah, the bathroom at Denny's.
Whoa.
Their food tastes like shit. It's because I'm eating shit. Spoiler alert, it's because I'm actually eating shits. That's actually better than what I was going to say. I was going to say Kroger's Ace Hardware. So,
that popcorn machine sucks.
Yeah,
man, I've never had a good meal at the Durango Dog. I think that's like the one spot.
Okay, but that's also, I don't know, man.
That's kind of
like, you sick animal.
Kind of fast food.
I've never had a good meal come from the dog park yet.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't found the right
one.
And I mean, I don't know. The only time I ever ate there is when I'm like shit-faced wasted and I decide to walk in and get a hot dog.
Yeah, and that's when I ate there. But still, it was hard to stomach even when I was shit-faced. So,
were there complications afterwards? I mean, hard to stomach. I assume like it seemed like a good idea. Oh shit!
Yeah, it's hard to stomach. Have you seen the movie Junior?
Have not.
That wasn't even. That was so expected. It wasn't even a literal question. Okay, so it's a movie where a man carries a baby in his stomach like a woman would.
Jesus.
And the man is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you haven't seen that movie for real? Kyle?
For real? No.
They're talking about making a sequel to not that one. Never mind. Twins. Wrong. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
And Danny DeVito. I hope.
Yeah. So Twins for you, Kyle. Twins is a movie where Arnold is back again, but this time he's twins with Danny DeVito, who's the little guy who was the Penguin in the Batman movie. Have you seen? So the Batman is a guy.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
And in the remake, it's supposed to be Peter Dinklage and what's that one guy from the other guy from Game of Thrones, Khal Drogo.
Jason Momoa.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I would watch that movie.
Yeah, I like their original idea because I had heard that they were gonna do it a while back, and it was gonna be the sequel that they had talked about back in the day. And because the idea was originally to do a sequel to Twins called Triplets, and it was going to be Arnold, DeVito, and the third brother is Eddie Murphy. And if they would have done it would have hit in his prime, because that would have been like 92. So you would have still had
Yeah.
like full on R-rated Eddie Murphy, R-rated comedy, good stuff.
Okay, I could get behind that one. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
God, I was hoping you were gonna say like Harrison Ford, but like you went like the Eddie Murphy route.
Eddie Murphy, yeah.
Okay,
Ed Murphs.
how about like a Susan Sarandon?
Susan Sarandon. Interesting pull.
Well, I mean,
You just whipping out Susan Sarandon over here.
sorry, just thinking my things.
Yeah.
Side note, Dusty, I miss you and Will referencing movies that I have never seen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Kyle's horrible. He hasn't seen very many movies. They don't get a
Yeah.
lot of movie action in that alley that they got him.
I'm pretty terrible with movies. Yeah.
Well, you know, we're all sitting right here. We're all friends. You know, you can admit that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that'll be the next thing Howley Boys tackles is we'll just make you watch movies with us virtually. Record it. Like, here's Kyle watching all the movies he should have already fucking watched.
All right, so Dusty, which one would you recommend to Kyle first? Like, we're doing like a Mystery Science 3000 style.
Oh Jesus, I'd have to see where his list is at.
Because
I
got
know
a list.
I know
started a list
I've
looking at
dropped him
stuff.
like 5 or 6 on a list.
Let me pull up the list
Started when
that
we
I
worked together, but I think let's see. I'm gonna say, have you seen Tombstone? You haven't seen Tombstone.
I
have you?
did watch Tombstone.
You did watch
yeah.
Tombstone.
Okay,
I've
good.
seen Tombstone. That was a badass one.
What about Young Guns? Have you seen Young Guns?
I haven't seen Young Guns.
Fuck you. Watch Young Guns.
Watch Young Guns. Yeah. I like that. That's the best response ever. Fuck you, watch
Really,
Young Guns.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You know what? We're switching gears on the podcast. We're putting on Young Guns.
We can actually make this happen in like
Right?
5 minutes.
Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Porky's.
Porkies.
You
Yeah.
haven't seen
Well-
Porky's? Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah.
but like The Last of the Mohicans was a better book than movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the
And it
movie
was
is
a better
fucking epic.
movie than Broadway play.
Well,
Way better movie than stage show musical.
You're right. Descending pattern here.
Yeah.
What else?
What about, okay, yeah, what else? I won't even say, I won't suggest one. What else?
No, what you got? What, like,
All right.
I don't know.
I'll shoot one at you, Kyle. The cinematic version of Mice and Men, you know, by John Steinbeck. The book is really fucking good.
Oh, fancy
But-
man over here reads a book.
You got to
Yeah,
start somewhere,
true.
right? Or maybe only I start somewhere like this, you know, reading the book.
Of
And like,
mice and book readers.
all right,
I haven't read it and I haven't seen it.
all right.
I do love John Steinbeck though.
Right on, right on. Like I will say that movie with Gary Sinise and like that other really famous guy, like John Malkovich. You know, they did a fucking bang up job as like representing that book in that cinematic venture.
Oh, Shawshank
Nice.
Redemption. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, the one I was going to say is Short Circuit, or even better, Short Circuit 2. If we can't get down with Johnny Five, I don't even know if we could talk anymore.
I have
Yeah,
not seen
Short Circuit.
either
You
of
son
them.
of a bitch.
I know.
I haven't even read the book.
I
don't know if we made a book for that one.
Yeah, the book is really short. It's on the back of the DVD.
Yeah.
So one time when the book is better, the movie is better than the book. Like the book was really shitty. I read it in like 30 seconds. In this movie about a kooky robot.
Starring, boom.
Starring, yeah.
That's the whole plot line right there.
Yeah. It's
I
weird
mean,
how
I
the
think that'd be a
last
good
chapter
Mystery
was
Science
just
Theater one.
names.
Well, shit,
Yes.
like we should definitely think about the idea of like doing Mystery Science Theater style stuff because obviously, like,
What about Lost Boys? you seen The Lost Boys?
Oh, Lost Boys. That sounds familiar.
I know. I think I told you to put that on a list.
Yeah.
I know that's on a
Kiefer
list because I
Sutherland
remember
movie.
fighting Will on it because he was like, "That movie is fucking was lame," and I was like, "Fuck you, Lost Boys forever."
Oh, yeah. You guys did talk about Lost Boys. Yep.
And like the
I remember
opening
that.
scene is like the sweaty buff guy playing the saxophone.
Oh,
on
that's
stage.
the
It's
guy
amazing.
playing this. That is the saxophone player right there.
Yeah. His people,
I just watched Stand By Me for the first time the other day. That's
Ooh.
a good one.
okay, like let's
is a
get like
good one.
your quick critic review on that movie because I've got opinions about everything.
Do you stand by it?
I I thought it was pretty like judging from like the era that it came out of. I felt like it was pretty standard for that era of like movies that were coming out. Like
Yeah, productions.
yeah. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought it. I mean, it's based off of a book by Stephen King, so you can't go too wrong with like plot line there. And so I
I've
thought
seen some of the movies.
Have you read the books? Fuck. I mean, no, like seriously, it's kind of a joke though, but I have to say like Stand By Me, like the cinematic version of it hit me first before I read the book, I was at a younger age, and I like that one a lot because there's really no like epic violence or language or like politics or like fucking anything that you see like just overrunning movies these days. I mean, it was just a
Except for
good
bullies with knives. That was during that phase where like every bully was like, "Hey, I'm gonna bully you, kid. I could easily beat you up." And they're like, "Please don't beat me up." And he's like, "Well, yeah. Now I've got a fucking knife."
I feel like that's
There
a
was no
Stephen
need to
King thing
escalate
too.
that.
Like-
Yeah.
maybe
There's
he,
no need to take
maybe he
it
writes
there.
about what he knows. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, did Stephen King have a bully who had a knife
Just
growing
kept
up? Like,
pulling out a knife. Or did he have a bully and he would write down what he did and he's like, "But it sounds so much cooler if he pulled out a butterfly knife
right, yeah.
right there." He just said, "Hey, fatty, I'll cut you." It's like, Jesus, that's not a bully. That's a fucking full-blown
Oh shit,
psychopath.
Timmy with the knife.
Jeez. Well, technically, like that, like whole cutting you fat boy thing was a reference to his book "It."
I get that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah, and like he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
carving it. I think it was Ben Hanscom was the character.
Yeah, but it's just a simple difference of 4 kids who, or a group of kids who want to go see a dead body versus a group of kids who want to find out how a dead body got made.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like-
and
it's
I mean,
like-
going back to Stand By Me, I liked the end of it where they were like, yeah, and we kind of parted ways and we, weren't the best of friends over the years. And I was like, wow, that's kind of realistic, like,
realistic.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
And then Corey Feldman got killed in a knife fight. Oh, Jesus,
Yeah,
don't
I
drop
read
that
that.
on me, fucking Richard Dreyfuss out of nowhere.
goddamn.
Revived himself by fighting vampires in the Lost Boys.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell me all of a sudden
Oh.
out of nowhere. He was a good kid. He did great for himself until that knife fight he tried to break up where he got cut. Can we be seeing that instead of you?
That was River Phoenix.
No, that was River Phoenix? Oh,
Yeah.
that was River
Yeah.
Phoenix. Oh, womp, womp, womp for River Phoenix.
All right, first time I actually fact checked you and got it
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Who was the fat kid in that movie that grew up to be like he's like a pretty chiseled, man's man.
He was that dude who was in
Not the Goonies. Like you're thinking about the Goonies, one who grew up into be a lawyer and a fat chiseled fat man, but the guy who like was.
Not, yeah, the guy in Stand By Me grew up to be an actor. He was in other
I
stuff
can't remember his name either, though.
in the 90s.
I think it's Chris something.
Yeah, he
I
he
can't
has,
remember the
he has
last
a
name.
super hot wife.
Yeah, I can't remember him. I could look him up right now, but
I forget who I forget who it was whose wife he stole John Stamos' wife. He married Rebecca Romaine.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, so he
that's
did
a good
good for
point.
himself.
Good for him. Jeez.
Yeah,
That was literally
regardless
Jesse
of
stealing
what else
Jesse's
he
girl,
did.
you know?
Yeah, Rebecca Romaine tops the list.
Jesse's girl.
Yeah, he got Jesse's
He
girl.
literally got Jesse's girl. Yeah.
Okay, so like this is what other adults my age do. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goddamn.
All right, I have one more that I got to ask you, and this one you better have seen because like you really should have seen this one.
Oh my
The
God.
Sandlot. Please. tell
Oh
me
yeah,
The
I've
Sandlot.
definitely seen The Sandlot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we can still be friends. All right.
Phew.
Yeah.
I've
Dodged a
heard
bullet
that
there.
before. Like I've been there. People are like, "Oh man, I swear to God, you better seen this movie," and I'm just like, "Nah, I've never seen that movie," and it's awkward. And it's like, oh,
I swear I'll never talk to you again if you haven't watched the movie of Memento while listening to Pink Floyd's The Wall at the same time. It's called Wallmento, bro. If you haven't done that, there's no way we can fucking talk.
While constantly ripping DMT.
Constantly ripping DMT.
That's the only way you can make
Yeah.
it make sense. Like if you've never watched the movie Memento without DMT, you can't make sense of it.
You can't make
I
sense of it.
actually have seen that movie. It's pretty. It's out there. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's a
you
good
gotta watch
one.
that one a bunch before you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just watch it backwards. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It would definitely make more
Yeah.
sense that way.
Yeah. Or on DMT, and then the order doesn't even matter. So I started the movie, and then I was gone.
And then I made a
Yeah.
movie of my
And
own.
then next thing I know, after I came back from the 14th galaxy I touched with my soul, yeah, he was talking about his memories. So I did some more TMT, and the next thing you know, he's still talking, and whoop, I'm on a train.
4 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. Made no sense.
4 out of 10. Made no sense. Completely confusing. The part where I smoked DMT.
Well, if you just like switch it backwards, so it's 10 out of 4, makes perfect sense.
It makes more sense than it meant to.
Start rating movies based on how you watch them. 2 out of 10. I went into this movie way too drunk, and I ended up passing out during the opening credits and pissing myself a little bit. What the fuck, Brendan
happened to you?
Fraser? Yeah.
Teenage Usher is trying to
Outta
wake me
here
up
with
and get me
Monkey
out of the
Bones.
place, but I was like, wait, I bought tickets for a double feature.
You know?
That's why still Jeff doesn't go out in public.
Oh.
See, for me, I think what it is I've watched a lot of like more recent movies, but I haven't watched, like early 90s, 80s and back, like
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
haven't really gotten back that far.
Now, like, are you like a bibliophile, like a book reader, like fucking you like books?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'd say I'm more of a reader.
Sweet deal. Like, I'm trying to think of like the combination of the
Fucking
best, like a
nerd.
book. yeah, Timmy.
beautifully inserted there.
Well, like the best, like a book to translation, like a movie or books to cinemas, whatever, All right. Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, starring Gary Sinise and John Malkovich. Fucking pretty solid, all right.
Nice, yeah.
And then like behind that, like Shawshank Redemption wasn't too bad, like as far as the edits went, Granted, like the book was R-rated, the movie was PG-13 rated. However, it captured everything.
Except for the whatever made it R-rated.
Yeah, I guess like
It didn't capture that, did it, huh?
Well, if
I
they're-
need to see titties flopping around to feel connected.
If we're gonna throw graphic novels in there, I think The Watchmen was a pretty good rendition. That was damn near panel.
That's
for
what I
panel
was gonna
remake.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is literally like his storyboard was like, "What's your storyboard, Zack Snyder?" And he just fucking slapped that down, opened the window, unzipped his pants, passion propellered right out of the room. I'll be back to remake the Justice League into a 4-hour masterpiece.
And you guys call me a nerd.
However, on the other hand, Alan Moore's other graphic novel, V for Vendetta, he was very displeased with the cinematic rendition of that graphic novel.
Yeah, they watered it down a lot. A little.
Yeah. I haven't read the graphic novel, but I've just seen an interview with him, and he's basically distanced himself from the movie altogether.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'd have to reread it.
Yeah,
I can't.
but Natalie Portman's in that movie, so it makes it okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
I agree.
I thought it was fine.
Well, also though, I'm pretty sure old Nat Ports was supposed to. Her character was supposed to get a little more naked.
Oh,
The way
better
they do
movie.
it, and because I also
Better movie,
remember
better
that
movie.
being part of it was like the reason she was out on the street at night. Like they had to manufacture that whole reason for the movie because it was more akin to her being a prostitute in the comic. I'd have to reread it. I haven't read it in fucking
Well, either which
years,
way, I'm
but-
picking up the fact that it wasn't that graphic of a novel.
No, it was a super graphic novel. It wasn't that graphic of a movie
Okay.
compared to the novel.
Boom. I like Natty Ports.
Yeah, when
too.
Alan Moore gets down on his shit, he doesn't. He'll give you a panel with just two whole inches of big blue dick on it. You know,
I knew that was gonna pop up.
He's not afraid. He'll have middle-aged superheroes just fucking writing a comic book, and you're like, wow, I didn't know I needed that. But Terry
Still might not need it, but I got it.
But I got it.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. You ever wonder what would happen if Wonder Woman and Superman fucked, but they were both like 48?
And invincible.
Yeah, it's still invincible.
Superman had a fucking beer belly.
Wonder Woman's a vegan now.
He had some man tits coming in.
man.
He got exhausted and sweaty almost instantly.
No, that's just normalizing that body type. I feel like. Yeah, I think we got to do that.
We got to do that. I'm also for realistic sex scenes. I think they need to stop making all the sex scenes in television look so fucking
Wait, like insert the farting
amazing
noises,
and
shit like
fucking,
that.
Yeah. Just once I want to see that, like the fat dude who's instantly sweaty. just instantaneous. Just sweat dripping down from the fucking chin, snot rolling out a little bit.
All right, I got you. Like that's fucking on board.
The
How
girl's
like
just sitting
somebody-
there confused. What the fuck? Is this normal for him? Am I gonna have to resuscitate again?
Mouth to other mouth.
Yeah. So you pump 3 times and then you go ass to mouth. Get some every
Wait.
time.
I can't find it. I need some help down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the wrong hole.
That's the wrong one.
Heimlich's little brother.
That's how you make sure. That's how you make sure they're totally dead. You pump the chest 19 times, and if there's no response, you stick the top knuckle of your thumb right in their pooper, right up in there. Just get all the way up in there. If that doesn't resuscitate, they are unresuscitatable.
Then you draw a little mustache, a little.
Definitely gonna search their pockets for loose change.
hit them and
Hit
then
with
put
the
it
Dirty
under the.
Sanchez.
They didn't respond to the smell test. They didn't respond to the Sanchez test.
Oh man.
What should we do,
Okay.
Lieutenant?
Here's a joke my brother told me yesterday. So this man goes to the zoo, and he goes to the monkey exhibit, and he starts throwing peanuts into the monkey exhibit, and this monkey comes up, grabs a peanut, shoves it up its butt, pulls it out, and then eats it. And he's like, "Oh my God, that's the dumbest monkey in the world." So he does it again, throws a peanut to the monkey, does the same thing, sticks it up its butt, pulls it out, and then eats it again. He's like, "There's no way it's going to do that, every time." So one more time, throws it out, and then sure enough, monkey puts it up its butt and then eats it. And the guy calls the zookeeper over. He's like, "Hey, come check out this monkey. This is the dumbest monkey ever," and shows him what he does with the peanut. And the zookeeper's like, "Oh no, that's actually a really smart monkey, because the other day someone threw a peach in there, the monkey ate it whole, and he couldn't pass the pit. And so now every time he eats something, he tests the size of it."
Oh,
He's the smartest monkey.
The smartest monkey. He came from that alley that you're sitting in.
Yeah.
He's what you call alley monkey.
he's probably right behind you, sniffing your butt.
Yeah. He doesn't want to experience that again.
The downside is he gives hand jobs for peanuts, so now we're all out of work.
Oh no!
Oh no!
They took our jobs.
They took our jobs.
They took our jobs.
Oh shit!
That's not
Goddamn.
that's not the fate of humanity, but that's actually the fate of the lucky ones like us. That's how it actually ends.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how your life ends, in an alleyway putting peanuts in a chimpanzee's butt while he smokes a cigarette with lipstick on.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to Mom about this one.
Well, this is what I've become. Might as well embrace it. Thank God he didn't ask me to pay him in peaches. Think of the logistics.
Oh my God.
Just by a mass.
The peach won't go in that easy. You're just going to get peach all over the place.
Are they organic?
Are these peaches? The monkey says he'll do the hand job, but only for peaches. But you must put up his butt, and they have to be organic.
Gotta be organic.
He's real picky about these things.
Is this peach gluten free?
I don't know why I
believe
gave
that
the
about
monkey a
Colorado.
pimp all of a sudden, too.
No
I'm the
shit.
monkey pimp, eh?
In charge of the vegans.
Yeah, what do you want? I got a chimpanzee. I got a little spider monkey over there. Make you feel like a giant.
Yeah, vegan monkey pimp.
Vegan monkey pimp. We don't eat meat around here.
Or lactose or glutens.
Yes, this is a fur jacket, but it's vegan fur.
Vegan.
So it's made from wheat. It's just wheat. It's just a wheat jacket.
Hachi, wait.
Oh.
That's like wicker.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why they call me the Wicked Pimp. Because I stroll around with my
Oh.
wicked jacket.
Nick Cage fell real low, huh?
Yeah.
From the Wicker Man to the Wicker Pimp.
The Wicker Pimp
Wicker
in
Pimp.
theaters this summer. It's a
gotta be-
fun, upbeat pimp movie.
Wickedy, 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 wick.
Yeah, it's about New York in the gritty 1960s taxi driver style, but the pimp is Nick Cage, and there's a monkey. He's the monkey pimp, the wicker monkey pimp.
Yeah, have you seen that one yet, Kyle?
Have you seen Wicker Man in theaters
No, but I
2022, starring Nick Cage as
Jeff,
Wicker Man?
what did your homie say about the Changa Cabra?
The Changa Cobra? I
I
don't
think
recall.
that's what it was.
To be honest,
Instead of
Timmy, I've slept since then. I have no absolute clue what the fuck you're talking about.
That was on our last podcast.
Well, let it be known that Jeff
Yeah.
slept since our last podcast.
Was that what it was?
I think
what was
so. We'd have to
I don't know.
review
It doesn't matter.
the message boards.
I was just curious what the answer was, and I didn't get the satisfaction to know, unfortunately.
Well, actually, now I think about it, like our last podcast was like just you and Dusty and I, Timmy.
Yeah, it was the 8.
Yeah, I know.
And so, like, when you say like my buddy, are you referencing like Dusty or like another part of Jeff?
No.
Your imaginary
compadres
friend.
at work. It's compadres at work.
Oh shit! Fucking yeah, I forgot that one.
Instead of being a chupacabra, it's a changacabra.
Oh.
A goat fucker.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we talked about in the last one. Yes. He doesn't suck the blood, but he fucks all the goats.
All right. I'm sorry, Timmy. I failed on that one. I'll put that on my list of things to do in learning Spanish, English.
No, it was
translation.
Pinchy Cabra. Pinchy Cabra. That's what it was.
Cabra.
Pinchy Cabra. Oh, that's much easier. Like, fuck, I use that all the time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Listeners out there, if you know anything, you tell us about the Pinche Cabra, because I've heard it's real. There's been multiple sightings of it.
It roams.
Yeah, it roams. It gets around, as you could say. It's not a one goat cabra.
No. It's actually breeding, you know,
It's
as
breeding,
being like
yeah.
the pinche.
It's breeding.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking. I mean, it's not really breeding, but
It's
everyone knows the Pinche Cabra's pull-out game is strong.
definitely more force.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, yeah. I think that's a good note to wrap her up on. Yeah. Do you guys got anything else you want to add? Oh my God! There's someone behind you in the alley.
Yeah, well, fuck. It's been fun, guys. You know?
It's been super fun. Great talking with you again, Kyle.
Man, yeah, it's been really good to get back and do this again with you guys.
Yeah,
Nice.
always a pleasure.
Oh yeah, always a pleasure. You're always a welcome guest on the show. Even though you're all citified now with your fucking 3 dumpsters set up back there.
You know, yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It's better than the 1 dumpster city we live in.
Yeah. Just got to go where more dumpsters are.
That's what they say. Progress is where the dumpsters are.
It's actually not a bad idea. It's probably where they put up the Starbucks and the Subways.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, oh.
Man,
Awesome.
yeah, I'd love to do this again sometime soon. So
Definitely.
yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we kind of get bored and chatty at the same time. So
Yeah, and if you come to town, let us know. We'll get you in person. We'll get a out of the alley Kyle shot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
or we'll go post up in an alley down in Durango and record.
I think that'd be more efficient. In
Yeah.
fact, I think I know an alley I can actually rent for pretty
We
cheap.
can actually rent an alley. It's a good thing about small towns. You can rent an alley.
And it just means you have like people out there to tell the cops to go away. You're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
Yeah. Good times, guys. Well, thanks for coming on, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah. Timmy, always good having you.
Right on, buddy.
And yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.